for the committee report to be amended. We do these reports with Secretariat. We have to do the right thing. We would like to know who this is. Honorable Speaker, the report was given from raw information, intelligence. So the person who was given the money is known. And the reasons why the person was given the money is also known. Honorable Speaker, as members of parliament, we need to be cleansed from this. We have suffered a lot as parliamentarians. There has been so much that we have supported the executive, and this is what we can get in return. Honorable Speaker, since they are known, for us to be cleansed, they need to be named. Yes. The reasons why the money was given also needs to be brought to this house so that members of parliament can be cleansed. Out there, we have a very bad name for supporting the executive. But we are supporting the executive because we would like the plan to go through. We would like the government to succeed. But, Honorable Speaker, if there is a problem in this house concerning members, I think it should be brought to the fore so that members can know. Honorable Speaker, since last week, when the pronouncement was made in the devolution conference, we have suffered once more. We suffered after passing the finance bill. We suffered after the broadening of the government. We suffered again after sacking of some members of the CSs, some executive. We've suffered many times. And this is what you are getting in return. It is unfair. Thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Karole Omondi.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. I'll try and be very brief, but let me start by saying I take great exception as the statements made by His Excellency the President, now 3 times, attacking the character of everyone in this House, including yourself. We must now take the position of NATO. Mass character assassination we shall not accept. If somebody is guilty, let them be charged on their own. But an attack such as the one that was, he's made it twice, 3 times. First at the stock exchange, a devolution conference in Homa Bay, and yesterday at our PG. It is so unfortunate that a statement condemning all of us as corrupt extortionists, yet some of us have held the sharp end of the knife to support him, is something that we cannot accept. And Mr. President must either bring the evidence, take those people to court, or apologize and withdraw. And let me also say something. I'm very happy that Chairman Jailak has read out the Constitution. A lot of misinformation and reading of the law upside down happened at our PG yesterday. The allegation that the Senate has no power to oversight the county government has now been debunked. Article 96 sub Article 3 of the Constitution is clear on that. Let me also debunk a few things on the NGCDF. The national government has the power to establish special funds to discharge its functions. And under Article 6, the national government can devolve its functions to the sub-counties, which form a constituency. In a presidential system such as the one we have, there is nothing wrong by the national government having NGCDF as its own fund, funded from the shareable revenue allocated to it. In any event, even if we don't have the NGCDF, the funds for the NGCDF will not be taken to counties. The counties will not receive it. But to make matters worse, the law is being misinterpreted by the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. In a parliamentary system, the members of parliament form the government, the prime minister and his ministers. The members of parliament sit in the executive. They design projects, they implement, they oversight. Let him see what is happening in the House of Lords, in the House of Commons in England. What is happening there? Why can't he say MPs cannot do what we are doing here? That is the wrong application of the law. And yesterday I was very upset because there is state capture in this country. Let this house today, let us look at what is happening at the e-citizens. How many pipes are leaking government revenue to private pockets? Do your work as members of parliament. Let us call them out. Sugar mills were privatized. Workers are being fired. Let us know who took over the sugar mills built by public funds without competition. Let them tell us. I have a question in the floor of this house calling the Minister for Treasury to come and explain to us. Let us take the war to them. Let us take the war to them. If they want, we will give.
Member for Kieni.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. On this hour and this moment, I want to say that this House is under siege for all of us, inclusive, Mr. Speaker. You are in this House to preside over it, and when we are under attack, you are the first person on the line of attack. I really want to say that this is the government, the executive, which we have worked and we have given it our sweat and our blood to make it to where it is now. We have lost properties. We have lost reputation. We have lost credibility in our own constituencies. We have business partners we work with. Whenever we visit them for business, other than the parliament, they see us, we are taking corruption into their own offices. And it is for that purpose, Mr. Speaker, we would want to say that whoever suggests that we are corrupt, they should, and we are not, they should go to the same venue, tell our wives, tell our children, tell our business partners, tell our friends that that was a very erroneous statement that came from the first, none other than the head of state for this country. Because the first question I got when I went home last night from my wife, he wanted to check my pocket if I had any illegal money. And I really want to rest my case that we earn our sweat by offering services to this government through this parliament.
Thank you. Member for Bumula.
Honorable Speaker, I was very shocked yesterday by the sentiments of His Excellency the President.
Members, let's listen to one another.
You will add me some 30 seconds, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the Constitution is very clear. Chapter 8, 9 and 10 is very clear in terms of roles of Parliament, Judiciary and the Executive. This House is self-regulating through the Committees of Powers and Privileges chaired by none other than the Speaker himself. Mr. Speaker, this House has done well. As a National Assembly, we've risen to the occasion. When we called out on Shah, during Adani, now the Committee on PAC has done very well with e-citizen. And my guess is good, because I think that is where the rage is coming from. They have come out to unmask the culprits of e-citizen and how money is being stolen. Honorable Speaker, this House, this floor impeached a minister of government, Honorable Mithika Linturi. We have done well, Honorable Speaker, as a parliament. It is wrong, Honorable Speaker, for President to say he's fed on raw intelligence, Honorable Speaker, and moves to make such accusations against us. Honorable Speaker, in law, and you know better than me, anybody who becomes aware of a crime and keeps quiet of it is an accomplice. As we speak, the Honorable President is an accomplice, Honorable Speaker. Why was he giving the 10 million shillings?
Order, Wamboka. I referred you to Standing Order 87. You want to discuss the person and conduct of the President, bring a motion.
Well guided, Honorable Speaker.
Yes. Read your standing orders.
Well guided, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the President has all instruments. The President has all instruments.
Order, Otieno Amolo, what is it? Give Otieno Amolo the mic. What's happened? Move to the...
Mr. Speaker,
yes.
As you know, I respect your guidance and rulings, but I had intended to bring this letter for your formal guidance on content of speeches. 87.1. Mr. Speaker, it's my understanding that what you cannot discuss is the conduct of the President, but you can discuss his speech. I'd like you to give a ruling on that.
As we sit here, I have no speech from the president to discuss. You know very well, Honorable Tienda Molo, that when the president addresses the House, he makes a speech, and I allow you to debate it for 3 days. As it is here, I have no speech that can guide me on what you should debate. So, Amboka, go on.
There is a thin line, Honorable Speaker, of what we are discussing, but I think the point is made. Our thinking, Honorable Speaker, is someone is trying to get to NGCDF, KERA, Honorable Speaker, and other funds that are devolved through this House, Honorable Speaker, and that is unacceptable, Honorable Speaker. To the extent, Honorable Speaker, that you are a member of Parliament, #1, member of National Assembly, that we see the kind of headlines that we see, like what was there today, Honorable Speaker, add me 2 minutes, I was distorted, Honorable Speaker. Yeah, that we see the kind of headlines today, Honorable Speaker, that's unacceptable. That is unacceptable. You are the champion, you are the head of this House, Honorable Speaker. We will not allow anybody to try and mud you, because that is tantamount to mudding the whole House, Honorable Speaker. As I finish, we are now going to exercise our teeth. We are now going to bite. And Honorable Speaker, as I speak, there is a censure, I've tabled a censure motion. It is before you, Honorable Speaker, it's coming. We must now take our rightful position as a National Assembly. It is so painful. Some members of this House, most members have stood with the executive. They have defended the executive. They have suffered because of executive, Honorable Speaker. They have lost their popularity, some of them, presumably because of the executive. And now the same executive want to throw them under the bus. We say no. Wakwende.
Honorable members, I'll now give to Silvanus Osoro, but before he takes the floor, I acknowledge the following. Kipsingay, order. Order, members. Kipsingay Secondary School from Sotik, Bomet. Joska PAG Church, Mavoko, Machakos. On my behalf and on behalf of the House, we welcome them to the House of Parliament. Osoro.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I first want to confirm that I'm a member of the Jailer Committee. That has really largely been mentioned. Number two, even before I get to the details, Honorable Speaker, on what the Honorable Murugara has said, I also want to associate myself fully with the statements that have been made by the Honorable Karoli Omondi. And I'll be very particular, Honorable Speaker, on one issue even before I get to the second one, on the question of NGCDF and devolution. Honorable Speaker, I think that the vision and the mission of the drafters of the Constitution, and even the people who dreamt about devolution, including Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, they really must have had a very good plan on what devolution is and actual things, what devolution ought to have been. Honorable Speaker, we want to tell them, and I say this with tremendous respect, that kwa ground vitu ni different. That what people think devolution ought to have been or should be is not what it is. There is nothing that is working on the ground as far as devolution is concerned, Honorable Speaker. And that is why, in any case, Honorable Speaker, Article 96 should actually be implemented the more. We cannot say that you want the county assembly members be left with the responsibility of oversighting governance. Honorable Speaker, a governor that controls 13 billion shillings, a county governor that controls 13 billion shillings cannot be oversighted by an MCA who wants 80,000 shillings, and then they give them 3,000 shillings every day, Honorable Speaker, even to follow them, Honorable Speaker. And that is where we are saying, Honorable Speaker, that we must be very particular, Honorable Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, the argument is about this House being declared corrupt. It's not about discussing devolution. the head of state declared us corrupt. Well, how?
Order, Sane. Honorable Sane. No, don't be harsh on your colleague. Honorable Sane, if you are listening to the debate, you have been talking about two things: the integrity of this House, the fate of devolution, the fate of NGCDF, and the power of the Senate to oversight the counties. All these are entwined into what we are debating.
So, Honorable Speaker, as I was saying, this House, Honorable Speaker, has been under attack from every corner. We've been attacked, Honorable Speaker, by the members, some members of the judiciary. We've been attacked by the members of the public, sometimes being threatened, Honorable Speaker, to have our houses torched, Honorable Speaker. We want to, with tremendous respect, also tell His Excellency the President.
Give him a minute.
We want to tell His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya that now that attacks are coming from all over, I want to inform him, Honorable Speaker, that he should not take the invitation to also join the bandwagon that attacks this House. Because this House, if somebody claims that they brought money to a certain committee or to a particular chair, then especially on a bill that is actually sponsored by the AG from government, then that person should actually be arrested the more, because he is the one picking money from some public side and then to try and bribe the members of parliament, Honorable Speaker. Because this House, Honorable Speaker, has been under attack from every corner. And it should actually not be happening. Today, as we are speaking, Honorable Speaker, people are already complaining about KERA. They want the KERA funds to be reverted to the counties. They want NGCDF to go. But, Honorable Speaker, you will need a microscope to see what governors or county governments are doing, Honorable Speaker, because there is nothing that is being done, Honorable Speaker.
Time up. Time up. Parashina.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you also for standing for to be one of the leaders to be counted in this country for defending Parliament. Mr. Speaker, I only also need to comment on three things, or four: doctrine of separation of powers that we saw yesterday, and we need to remind the executive we don't work under their mercy. Number two is yesterday I witnessed executive, that's the president, lecturing members of Parliament, trying to create intimidation. We want to tell him that we are not going to go through intimidation here or outside. We will continue doing our duties without being coerced. We also need to remind the executive through the president and Mr. Raila that he should respect Parliament every time. He is leading executive, judiciary should be respected, and Parliament should be respected. Suggestions that Mr. Speaker came, which also brought yesterday, is about us in the committee. They alluded that when we summon state agencies or even PSs or ministers, they say that we keep asking them for money. Then the question is, how are we going to do our oversight role? If at all, they are saying that we are looking for money. It is our duty to do our oversight role, and I can tell them it is no longer going to be business as usual. And the last one is an independent investigation. If possible, let the president or this House establish an independent investigation where the executive can submit evidence where this House has been involved in corruption. But we cannot allow it, like saying a port. How can a port say that the pan is black? It is not possible. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Jane Kagiri.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me an opportunity to contribute to the discussion. Honorable Speaker, my English teacher always told us, before you skin a dog, you give it a bad name. Honorable Speaker, today, I feel that is actually what is happening. We all know that CDF, NGCDF, and GAF are under siege. And because of that, Honorable Speaker, that is why it is found right for an attack of members of Parliament, for them to give us a bad name. Honorable Speaker, I would just want to remind this Honorable House, and inclusive of anybody who contests for a position, that is including the presidency, that it is based on performance that we get re-elected. And even for the presidency, should be well noted that the performance of NGCDF, the performance of NGAF, will also count for their performance at the end of the 5 years. So, Honorable Speaker, we need NGCDF respected, we need NGAF respected, and Honorable Speaker, let it go on record that members of Parliament make decisions based on their own minds and based on what they want to do for their people. So nobody is here to be helped to decide based on the money that they receive. We make decisions because we want the best for our people, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Daud.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, let me also declare that I'm a member of JLAC, and they have not received any of the monies that has been paraded around. Mr. Speaker, I would like to thank the President on one thing. He has reminded us that we need to do our work. We have not been doing our work because we have been supporting the executive. Whenever things come here, we have always been supporting them. I think, Mr. Speaker, sir, the bill that is being, the act that the President mentioned, the anti-money laundering, was sponsored by the Leader of Majority. Actually, we should not even start with the President. We should ask the Leader of Majority whether he bribed the committee, the JLAC committee, and how much he has given us. The second thing, Mr. Speaker, if the bill, if that act was procured through bribery, then that act should be repealed and brought back to this House so that we can act on it again without the bribery. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Karemba. Yes, I'll come to you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, allow me to say that I am happy and upset at the same time. I am happy because of this conversation, because I believe, Honorable Speaker, the dragon that needs to be slayed in this country is the dragon of corruption. What is stealing the future of our country, Honorable Speaker, is corruption. And it is okay if this conversation is started by the President or any other person. But, Honorable Speaker, I am upset because of this wholesale condemnation of Parliament. Because a person like me, Honorable Speaker, you are well aware that it's just the other day that I joined the JLAC committee. And I am now branded as perhaps one of the people who have already received the money. And, Honorable Speaker, it is very wrong for anyone to do this kind of condemnation on members of Parliament. But I believe it is for a few reasons. One, it must be that they are coming for CDF and for RMLF. It is for that reason. Two, it must be that they want to salvage their political aspirations at the expense of the members. They must have realized that many members perhaps are unpopular, and so they want to throw them under the bus. And it is unacceptable, having benefited from the support of the members, that now they want to sacrifice the members. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Kibagendi. Osero, you are not Kibagendi, are you?
He borrows my name sometimes.
Order. You are known in this House as Osero. Take your seat.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. It is the classic case of the skunk calling the pig stinky. The President, who himself bears responsibility for questionable governance decisions, erred gravely in issuing a blanket condemnation of this august House. While Parliament is not without flaws, indeed, dismissing it wholesome is unfortunate by the head of state and hypocritical an affront to the very democratic institution that gives legitimacy to the presidency. Constructive criticism is welcome, but scapegoating an entire arm of government for failures that cut across the executive is both disingenuous and dangerous for our country. The president needs, going forward, to do proper investigations. He said he gets information from NIS and DCI. He needs to do proper investigations before he can condemn the entire House. But again, sometimes we have to tell those who call us names that they need to look in the mirror. Kenyans know that the temple of corruption is actually State House. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Lel Mengit.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I would also want to echo my sentiments on this case. Honorable Speaker, first, I would like to apologize to this Honorable House. Because a few years, Honorable Speaker, when I was in the university, I used to call the members here MPs. I was among those people who called the Honorable members MPs because of the notion and the negativity out there, Honorable Speaker. Now, Honorable Speaker, I sit in this position as a member of Parliament, and now the ball is on my court. Honorable Speaker, I have realized that there is an enormous task bestowed to these honorable members, all the way as representatives, legislators, and oversighting responsibility. Honorable Speaker, I want to state this categorically, that even on the issues of NGCDF, as part of the representative duty that we do as honorable members, we cannot find substantive projects across the constituency or in the county governments that have been done by the county governments. Honorable Speaker, it's in my entire ward, Kilibwani ward constituency, I cannot find any single project that was done by the county governments. Only projects that have been done through the NGCDF money can be appreciated by the people out there. Honorable Speaker, I want to mention this, that even in the case whereby in the future we might have a elected president similar to the, I don't want to mention names, but the president who will be giving resources basing on the shareholding basis, probably other counties and other regions of this country will be discriminated. So, Honorable Speaker, I want to mention and also to echo that this is an honorable house. We do our work perfectly, and we uphold our duty and integrity as members of Parliament. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Donald Watch, I see you on the screen, or you are not? Okay, Millie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, if there is one person I admire is Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. And the reason I admire Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga is because he's a person who stands on principle. And even if he's the only man standing, he will remain standing on principle. Mr. Speaker, I have learned from the best. And that is why I stand on principle like the person I admire, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, and urge my party leader to listen to the ground on NGCDF. Mr. Speaker, I also want to urge my party leader that there's one thing I've admired about him, which is equality and fairness. Mr. Speaker, what is coming out of this house is that he's looking at governors more favorably than he's looking at members of Parliament, which is Senate and National Assembly. We are all your children. Look at all of us favorably. Mr. Speaker, I want to speak to, should I one day be unfortunate to be the president, because it's not a happy occasion to be president, but should I be unhappy to be president of this republic? One thing I cannot take for granted, if I got that opportunity, is the support of Parliament. If you are a president, do not take for granted the support of Parliament. If in doubt, ask Honorable Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Mr. Speaker, finally, on corruption, there's demand and there's supply side. We have had, and we keep hearing a lot on supposed or alleged demand. As a governance expert, tell us the supply side. If you are serious about dealing with corruption that is bedeviling this country, let us look at demand and the supply side. And as a Christian, Mr. Speaker, I want to remind us that I was taught a song. Kila mtu atauchukua mzigo wake mwenyewe, na kila mtu atapewa habari zake mwenyewe mbele za Mungu, siku hiyo itakuja. Individual responsibility.